Welcome to the Real Estate Scripts Podcast, the show that helps you know what to say when you're talking to buyers and sellers so that you can close more deals and earn more money. I'm Darren Tunstall, a real estate professional, coach, and #1 best-selling author. Let's get into this. Before we begin today's episode, I want to clarify some important points. I am a licensed real estate agent and my DRE number is 018534445. It's crucial to note that this podcast operates independently of my affiliation with Keller Williams Realty and any realtor associations. My primary goal with this podcast is to provide you, our listeners, with valuable information, insights, and practical tools. As a reminder, the purpose of Scripts and Dialogues is to come, learn, practice, and be prepared to fail forward. This is where we make mistakes and help each other out, but we're mostly interested in seeing how we can get better. First, we read through the script word for word, and then we go back and put it into our own natural tone, style, and phrasing. You won't know what to say until you go through the script. So, with that said, many people will say, that's not how I sound, and I totally get it. That's not how you sound. But that is the reason why we practice every day, so that the script becomes you and in your own voice. So, read it word for word first, then go back and put it into your own natural tone, style, and phrasing, and I think it'll work out. Lead generation this week, going over geographic farming today. And the script is called Circle Prospecting for an Open House in Your Farm. And in this scenario, you are reaching out to homeowners in your farm area to invite them to an open house and offer a market analysis. Requirements are an open house scheduled to host, the courage to call neighborhoods, the courage to call the neighbors around the open house, knowledge of the open house details, and the familiarity with the market report process. I know those requirements are obvious, but, at the end of the day, you have to have an open house in order to do some of these circle prospecting around an open house. You should have a contact list for the neighbors around that house so you can do your circle marketing. And obviously,
And Darren, how would I get those numbers?
You can call title.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Call your title company and they should be able to provide you a list. All you have to do is give them an address. Yeah, I want like 200, 250 homes around that particular address, and they can give that to you.
Okay.
Cool. And then lastly is, know a little bit about the property, about the house itself. Go if it's on the MLS, and it should be if you're hosting this open house for sale. Just pull out the MLS sheet and find out the details. How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? What are some of the unique features about the house? What's the size of it? How big is the lot? What are the park areas around there? Shopping, all sorts of different information like that. The intention is to invite neighbors to an open house and initiate a conversation about the home's valuation and then to establish rapport. So that is the scenario. So I'm the neighborhood,
You're the neighbor.
Yeah, I'm the neighbor. So go for it.
Hi there. My name is Emily. I'm with Keller Williams Realty. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm awesome. Hey, I'm calling to let you know that I have an open house coming up this weekend. I'm doing Saturday and Sunday at 325 Main Street. And from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And I just wanted to reach out to you and invite you to come and check it out personally.
Yeah, is that the house that's just down on the corner there?
Mm-hmm. The pink house. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, the infamous pink house. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes. Are you guys going to change the color on that?
We're gonna go with it. They've touched it up. It actually looks good. They've kind of muted the color, so it looks pretty nice now. It's kind of a almost a mauve. It looks good.
Yeah.
And we've painted the trim to kind of accent that and not make it as stand out. But anyways, it's a great way for me to meet the neighbors around the house, and let them know how the market's performing in your neighborhood. So, what was your name, if I may ask?
My name is Darren.
Hi, Darren. Thanks for taking the time to chat with me. Can I expect you to come by maybe around 1 o'clock when we open?
Yeah, being that it was a pink house, I've always been kind of curious to know what it was like on the inside.
It's
It's been
actually kind of normal.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
All
I mean,
right.
I'd love to check it out.
Awesome. Well, I'll see you at 1 o'clock. I'm
Okay.
also offering a free market analysis for the area. So basically, it's a snapshot of the local neighborhood. The open house is listed at 650, and I'm curious, when was the last time you had a home valuation on your own home? Like,
Oh,
go ahead.
geez. Um, I don't even remember. I've lived here for at least 10 years. I don't think I've ever had that. I mean, I look online here and there, but
Hmm.
not
Yeah,
like
that was my
something
next
formal.
question, to ask you how long you've lived in the neighborhood. But I do recommend getting one at least once a year.
Hmm.
You might discover that you have some hidden equity in your home, and it might be worth more than you could imagine. So,
Hmm.
something that maybe you could possibly tap into in the near future.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, yeah, that's interesting. I like the sound of that.
Okay. Well, Darren, it was so nice chatting with you, and thank you for considering it. And I'll see you at the open house, and we could connect at 1 o'clock, and I could go into a little more detail. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about with the home valuations. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. I
All
appreciate
right.
the call.
See you soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, good. Would you do that any differently?
Maybe.
How would you do it differently, Emily?
Um, I felt like I tripped over my words a little bit. So it's, just practice and getting a little more comfortable.
Hmm. It's a really simple, this is a really simple call.
And I
And
probably would have asked you your name earlier in the conversation.
I thought that was appropriate. I didn't think it was too late.
No? Okay.
No, no, I thought it was right on time.
Because I kind of
Um,
forgot, and I'm like, oh, he knows who I'm talking to. I'm like, who am I talking to? So,
well, in general, yeah,
I
it's a
mean,
good
I know who
idea.
I'm talking to because I know who I'm calling, but you don't know that I know that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
I didn't want to be creepy, like, hi, Darren, doing an open house down the street.
well, you say that, and just to clarify to everyone who's listening, is when you pull a list from title, you're going to get their first name, their last name, their address, their mailing address, sometimes their contact information like their phone numbers or emails or everything else. You'll know a lot about them. So it won't be uncommon. But to Emily's point, is if you just call them out of the blue and say, "Hey, Frida. Hey, Diana." It's a little weird and creepy because now it kind of feels like you're stalking them in a way. So it's always a good idea to ask, who am I speaking with? Even though that you still should ask so that you don't freak them out.
And you might be wrong.
Yes, you might be wrong. They could be a renter living in that house too, right?
Right. Or it could be the brother or the dad or the son. Or I had that happen to me with the lady, and she got mad because I asked for the husband, and she was divorced. He didn't live there anymore. So she got very
Oh yeah,
upset with me.
absolutely. That's
So
another
don't ask
scenario,
for
right?
the person either. Just
So
start
be
talking and ask who they
so
are.
so be aware, ask out of curiosity. Yeah,
Are you the
absolutely.
homeowner? Yeah.
Yeah. Also be aware if you're door knocking and someone answers the door, it could be a squatter living there. I have walked into homes and saw a like a sixth sense flash of someone crossing the hallway, and I was like, what did I just see something like that? I mean, it was and then all of a sudden some man just walks out of the hallway. That was so freaky. I'll tell
Oh,
you.
I'd be terrified.
And he's like, "Oh, I was just leaving," and he walks directly out the front door. Not a word, not nothing else. I'm like, "Don't you care that I'm in your house?" Clearly, it wasn't his house. He was a squatter, living there. Yeah, it is. And that's why we practice safety. So on that note, practicing safety is critical. So if you're going out to doing an open house, always let someone know. Either go with someone else, and your broker might recommend that, doing an open house together with someone else, or I also suggest letting other people know, a spouse, a friend, another real estate agent, another professional, people like that. So just practice safety. Things happen, weird things happen, and it's crucial that you practice that. All right. So Diana, are you online? Are you ready to go, or do we need another minute?
I'm still driving, but I'm gonna give it a go.
Okay, yeah, you've heard the script. I'm sure you read over it a little bit already. It's a
I
simple
did.
script. It's a
Yes.
simple script. It's a simple call. So you'll be talking to Emily.
Okay. Knock knock.
Hello, hi.
Hi, my name's Diana with Keller Williams Realty. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Can I help
Really
you?
good, thanks. Yes. I'm going to be hosting an open house this weekend on Saturday from 1 to 4 at 1387 Young Street, and I was inviting the neighbors to come and check out the property. Can
Oh,
I um, can I expect to see you on Saturday?
yeah, I have a lot of Christmas shopping to do, but I saw that it was for sale. So yeah, I'll try and stop by. Absolutely.
I would love that. I'm very excited to meet all the neighbors, and I'm sure you guys have questions about kind of the market and what's going on, and probably excited to see what the house would be selling for. In fact, I'm going to be providing a free market analysis for all the neighbors, complimentary. And I actually have it's an email that goes out once a month that shows your property value. Is that something that would be of value to you?
Maybe I get so many emails, so I'm not sure about that, but I'll come to
Okay.
the open house.
Sure. I think what I would like to say about the property, the market analysis, is that you could be sitting on a lot of equity on your home depending on how long ago you purchased. So this would help you. It's a tool to help you understand what your home value is, how much equity you have, and then you actually have uh, a way to tap into that money so that you can use it for other things like paying off debt or buying another property or this and that. It kind of gives you some ideas for the future so that you guys have options for plans if you're going to be making any plans. So I would love to see you on Saturday. I'm super excited. Please bring and invite any of the other neighbors as well. Come together, and I'll have the market analysis ready for you when you stop by.
Awesome. Thanks, Diana.
All right, thank you. See you on Saturday. Bye now.
Okay, bye-bye.
That was awesome,
Yeah,
Okay.
Diana.
Yeah?
yeah.
It was. And so you read through it obviously before you got
I
online.
I did.
Right. So when you just as a quick note too, update that later on, refresh your screen because I made a slight adjustment. It was just words that didn't make sense to me, but
Oh,
you did an amazing job at that. And I think what I loved about that is that you're driving right now. You have to do this from memory, so it
yeah.
gave you the opportunity to put it in your own voice and customize it, which is awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did read it. I did read it over twice out loud. So, yes, unfortunately, I can't read it while I'm driving.
No, we don't
No,
want that. No.
no, no, but it was very natural, and that's the
Uh-huh.
point. It's like you read through it, you got a really good idea, you internalized it, and now you customize it in your own voice, so it sounds like you, which was
Right.
Yes.
beautiful. The only thing that I wanted to say is we've been throwing around the term instead of you might have a lot of equity, we've been throwing around the term hidden equity. It
Ah,
kind of
hidden.
it kind of gives this little mystiqueness to to what you might have in your property, and it's a little motivator for someone to want to explore more.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is so
Um,
true.
absolutely. I want to give Emily another chance to go again, but this time without the script.
Okay.
Okay.
So when you're ready, Diana, can you be her seller, or do you want me to be her seller?
I can be your seller.
All right, go for it. Are you knocking or are you calling, Emily?
I think I'm knocking this time because I called last time.
Cool. Whenever you're ready.
Hi there. I see you're working on your garden. Do you have a minute to chat?
Absolutely. I can pull weeds and talk at the same time.
Hey, well, your garden looks beautiful. I can tell you take great care of it.
Oh,
My
yeah,
name's
I love
Emily. I'm
it.
with Keller Williams. I just wanted to let you know I'm doing an open house on the weekend for the house on the corner at 123 Main Street. And I just was kind of walking around talking to neighbors and inviting them to come by and check it out.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I've been so curious about seeing the inside of that house. Is it really pretty?
Yeah, they redid a lot. Yes, you should come by.
Oh,
It's going to be
oh,
amazing. And
yeah.
there's a few little refreshments too, just to kind of, while you walk around the house. And I'm going to try and ask everybody for their feedback, see what they think. And I'm also offering free market valuations for anybody that comes by on your own home.
Oh, what do you mean market evaluations?
Well, what it is, and I recommend doing this every year, is just kind of getting a comparative market analysis, so to speak, on your own home, just to see where you sit in the market. You may have some hidden equity in your home that you're not aware of, just because of how much homes appreciated in the last few years. People don't always realize, and especially the people who've owned their homes for quite some time.
Huh.
How long have you lived here?
I've actually lived here 20 years. We
Oh,
bought the
wow.
top of the market in '04.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you're the sole owner, or your
No,
family
my
lives here?
husband, he's a high school teacher, so we both own it.
Oh, awesome. Well, I really love this neighborhood. I love La Mesa. I'm sure you love it too.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I hope to see you this weekend. Okay. Here's a little flyer, kind of tells you a little bit about the home, but I
Lovely.
can't
Thank
wait to meet you. Bring your husband too, and any other neighbors maybe you know of.
Yeah, if I can tear him away from the football screen, then yeah, I'll bring him.
Yeah, I get it. Tell you what, there's a TV at the open house. I'll put it on at the house.
All right, it's a date.
That way he
Thank
can
you.
watch the game and you can walk around maybe and look at it. Do you like football?
Well, as a football coach's wife, yeah, I have to be.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What was your name?
Oh, my name's Diana.
Oh, thanks, Diana. It was so nice talking to you. Do you need any help with the weeds, or you got it?
Oh no, I'm almost done.
It looks awesome though. You have a beautiful yard. All right. Well, I'll see you this weekend. Thank you for chatting.
Thank you now. Bye.
Bye.
So much more natural. That was awesome. Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Clearly different than reading a script, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I do have one question for you, Emily. Would you
What?
really, if she said yes to help with the weeds, would you actually help her pull the weeds?
Absolutely.
You would. Okay.
Maybe
I
not
would.
all day, but yeah, I'd give it to get to know somebody and help them out.
Um, I would
I
not.
have offered that. I have done that.
Actually, Darren, I've done that in Point Loma. So the house was a $1.4 million house, and I was door knocking, and the lady was gardening, and I went ahead and helped her with the garden, and we still talk. And it's been 6 months since I
Absolutely.
picked up a house.
Why not?
We all know what we are willing to do and what we're not willing to do.
Yes.
I have enough weeds and stuff around my property that I don't want to help anybody else. So you will not find me asking anybody that question. Not because I'm not helpful or I don't care. It's just
No.
I don't want to.
Well, she
Yeah.
was the neighborhood queen. She knew everyone. She knew what was going on in everyone's home, so she was a good contact to have.
And it depends
Absolutely.
it depends, right? If it's this totally overgrown thing that I'm not capable of helping
yeah.
with, no, I'm
No.
not. But then I might say, hey, I know a guy who does stuff like this. Why don't you call someone? I can give you their number.
Okay,
Yes,
Looks like too much.
let me ask from a different perspective. You're outdoor knocking, and this is for everyone. You're outdoor knocking. Your goal is to get through 200 doors to let them know about the open house. You're on door 25
Mhm.
and you offer
Oh
to
yeah.
pull weeds. The question is, what is a priority?
Door knocking, but I could always
Well,
come back and
yeah.
say, you know what, I'm going to do this and I'll check back in a little bit and see how you're doing and see if you need any help.
There you go. And it was
Yeah.
sort of a trick question too, because it also depends on the rapport. If you're sitting there on the doorstep having a fantastic communication with this particular homeowner and they kind of hint that they are interested in selling their home too, guess what? You should probably stand there and talk to them a little bit longer and develop more of a rapport.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But I love
Yeah.
the answer is like, let me finish what I need to get done here and then I'll be back and help you. Hopefully they're
Yeah.
done pulling weeds by then too.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the point.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, I think you guys did a great job. You get the point of the script. It's pretty easy one. You're just notifying. And by the way, I also want to mention this does not have to be your listing. You can do this for any open house that you are hosting, right?
Yes.
So that's about it. All right. Anything
Okay.
else to add before we're finished here?
No, this was really good, and I'm actually doing open houses next week, so I'm gonna be door knocking next week. Yay!
There you
Nice.
go.
Well, let me know where your open house is. I'll come by.
I'd love that.
Okay.
Absolutely, Emily.
You can give me a free home valuation.
I love that. I'll try it.
Yeah. Just pull all the weeds first.
Yeah.
I did
Just
an
kidding.
open house that had dead cockroaches everywhere, so I made sure to bring a broom to sweep up any surprises. Yes, because you have to
Wow.
get there early enough to prep so that you can, like, if it's freshly painted, you spray Febreze so that way it doesn't smell like fresh paint. In case someone has latex allergies and they come into the house, open house, right?
Yeah,
That's
I bring a little candle too, one that smells really nice.
Yes, I'm always worried about the fire danger for candles, so I bring like a plug-in Febreze or the spray.
You bring up a good point about when you host open houses, and
Mhm.
that's having an agent uh, toolkit available to you, and it's just a box that you should really keep in your car at all times, and it's things like air fresheners, candles, tape measures, brooms.
Yeah.
Gloves, maybe some booties as well, so that when you do the open house, people can slip them over their shoes if they don't take them off. There's multiple things like that that you should really keep in your car. I actually have a list that I created on Amazon that I can put up as a link as well so that people can get an idea. It's a full-on agent toolkit that you should have in your car at all times for the
Oh my God.
purpose of making it available to making it presentable, not available, making it presentable so that when people come to look at the open house, it's fairly clean. Now, we're not going to expect you to dust and polish the whole thing and repaint the walls and all that type of stuff, but at least make it look decent,
Yeah.
if for some of the things.
Well, I did
But
an open house, the one I did in La Jolla. Beautiful home, but when a neighbor came to see, I missed the outside of the door frame, and she's like, you should really clean the windowsills out on the outside. It's really,
Mm,
and I'm like, good to know.
yeah.
So I did. I went out, and they had some cleaning stuff at the house that I was able to use because it was pretty dirty, and I just didn't touch it.
all right, so that's the script. I hope that you found it useful. Just head over to realestatescriptspractice.com for more resources and downloads. This podcast is for the purpose of education only, and it does not make any guarantees. we suggest you seek out the help of your broker, coach, mentor, CPA, or attorney. Brought to you by Darren Tunstall, California DRE number 018534445.